day set to take the next steps on 3 crypto bills. It's going to happen today. Joining us now, Financial Services Committee Chairman French Hill. Good morning. It's good to see you, Congressman.
Good morning.
And Chairman. We heard that, I guess, rumblings that maybe the votes weren't there, and then the president met with some individuals yesterday. Are you confident now the votes are there?
I believe that we do have the votes to advance the Senate Genius Act, which will create the first federally regulated, with clear rules, dollar-backed payment stablecoin, which will unleash a new competitive round in how payments are done when they're used in a blockchain application. We also have the House's work on market structure, which we've worked through the House Ag Committee and the House Financial Services Committee. Strong bipartisan support for that bill. And then finally, Whip Tom Emmer of Minnesota. Mr. Emmer has his bill that blocks the federal government from creating a central bank digital currency through the Fed unless it's done with a specific authorization through Congress. So I believe that the House has the votes for those 3 measures, and the Speaker is working this morning on how they'll be coordinated and presented to the House for consideration.
What's your, what do you think? How long? It won't be today, will it? It was supposed to be today.
Well, we expected to vote on clarity this afternoon and also vote on the defense appropriations bill and then vote on Genius, the Senate's stablecoin bill, tomorrow. So right now, I think that, based on the work yesterday of a small number of members taking down the House rule, is still under discussion this morning as to how that'll be sequenced and brought back to the House.
So when, what do you think the president said? This is happening again and again, and Mike Johnson has pulled some rabbits out of his hat too. It's fun. It's strange for the rest of us to watch how things work. Do people get things that they want for locally, or the initial reticence to go along with things, and then they finally end up going along with it? What is the kabuki dance? Can you describe what happened yesterday and what the president said and who he turned around and how that works?
Well, I think some members in the House really would like to see Tom Emmer's work to legislatively block a central bank digital currency being issued, make sure it's turned into law, meaning that the bill doesn't just pass the House and then go over sit in the Senate and not garner 60 votes and then become law. So that is one of the core reasons why they wanted to talk to the Speaker and have some more discussions with President Trump and how to make sure that they could get that bill into law. I think those discussions actually continue. I support the policy. I also would reiterate to your viewers that it's illegal for the Fed to do a central bank digital currency without this bill. So I view this bill as belt and suspenders, directing the Fed that they cannot do a central bank digital currency without a specific authorization of the Congress. I think Article 1 makes that clear, and Jay Powell's testified several times over the past 2 or 3 years to that effect.
We got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP price up on CNBC again. Talking about crypto in the morning again. Ooh, 2021 flashbacks. How do we feel about this? Interesting that our other topic, Powell, coming up as well during this speech. I'm curious, it's not totally clear to me. How does Donald Trump feel about Powell? I'm not quite sure. I don't think he's been very clear about it. Reports again that Donald Trump is looking to fire Powell. There is so many questions here. I would say we have heard this literally every single week for, I don't even know how long now. I've lost track. Forever. There were recent talks now that I believe Trump asked members of the House how they felt about it. And they were in agreement. I mean, who knows who he asked, but that they were in agreement or whatever, and that he drafted a letter. So I will say that this is maybe the most credible close we've gotten to any steps here. I guess he asked House Republicans Tuesday whether he should fire Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. Several sources saying those present supported the idea. It's weird how it's always secondhand, right? It's always like reports of and could be's and considerings, and this is a wild place to be. You know, love or hate Chair Powell, this is what I always say. We love following him on this channel. His inevitable destiny is to print the dollar. That is what the Fed does. That's what we do. But love him or hate him, removing him is going to be chaos, my friends. And especially on the grounds of interest rates, right? We want the interest rates lower. Stocks are at all-time high. Crypto is at all-time high. In fact, so at all-time high right now that we may be seeing alt season upon us. We're going to get into these charts in just a second. I want to pull up the Fed rate tool here quick. Maybe I'll have to pull this down because it's harder than it is usually. Here we go. Fed monitor. Not looking like much change here. Still sitting where we were at a 95% probability, down from 98 yesterday, just fluctuating a little bit here, up from last week, etc. Not a lot of change there. We had some inflation come in hot earlier in the week, and then I believe, was it PPI came in cool today. So mixed data, kind of mixed signals here in the market. What was it saying? Getting rid of Powell. Over interest rates. Yeah, stocks are at all-time high. Crypto's at all-time high. We see things ripping. What exactly is the reason now? Because I believe that Trump was largely kind of yelling about this and wanting this to happen when stocks were not at all-time high. You know, we look at NASDAQ or S&P, and these things were not doing the best, let's say, for a little bit here. For some reason, this is not pulling up. Here we go. Not doing the best in the early parts of this year. April, well, really February, April, recovery. It was late in June that we've returned to all-time high. So what is really the point now? Is it to drive inflation? I don't know. Maybe that is part of Trump's plan that I don't quite understand. Is to drive inflation. Maybe. Stocks are here. Market's good. Market's healthy. I don't know. I don't see the point of it at this point. Removing him could lead to cascading global implications and confidence in the dollar. Treasuries, other countries cashing out of treasuries, maybe cashing into Bitcoin, maybe cashing into altcoins. I don't think it'll achieve what we think or wanted it to achieve back here. That's kind of my main point here. So let me I did a little like intro-y kind of nonsense here. Let's get into the title. Let's get into the meat and potatoes here, because we have almost 300 people tuning in. It's only been a few minutes. Welcome, fam. Good to see you all. How are you all feeling today? I should put a poll up, actually. Pickle, if you want to throw a poll up about sentiment, if you can hear this, that'd be cool. The thumbnail, the title, alt season, the promises that other influencers have made to you. Kind of similar to getting rid of Chair Powell, right? Kind of similar to Chair Powell stepping down every single week for no reason really other than clickbait. But we might have the first signs here, guys. I'm getting excited. Are you getting excited? Are you starting to feel the energy? I think I am. Ethereum right now is at the most critical point that I think exists for it. I've simplified this chart so that anyone can look at it and kind of comprehend what's going on here. We have data all the way back to 2021 when we saw Ethereum run in the last bull market to about 5K. Spent all this time trading sideways. Into December of last year when the market heated up, Ethereum failed to really break out, failing to hit that new all-time high. Kind of a weak high here, and that sent it all the way down to 1400. I'll give ourselves a little credit here, we did call the bottom on this. I did rebuy a bunch of my Ethereum that I sold. But this was really concerning. And in fact, we had gotten bearish on Ethereum against popular opinion on this channel. That's okay. It had gotten bearish on it. It wasn't showing us what we needed to see. We saw a reversal, and we have more to look into this in just a little bit to kind of explain this. But long story short, Ethereum has climbed back up and seems to be showing the strength that we need to see to confirm an alt season coming. The alt season was always going to be ushered in by Ethereum. I would be weary of kind of paying attention to those, if you've seen those flow charts where it's like Ethereum into big caps into low cap. I ignore that. That's just weird rationalization that doesn't really exactly work that way. The reason that Ethereum had to usher in alt season is simply because it is the second largest market cap. Alt season is marked by Bitcoin dominance falling, Bitcoin's kind of absorption of new money, kind of blue balls and are cog blocking other things, taking all of the new investment. Because of Ethereum's size, dominance was unlikely to ever meaningfully drop without Ethereum gaining ground. And that is what we are seeing now. Bitcoin has hit new all-time highs this week, but it has chilled out. We see it hanging out right now, chilled out right at like 120K, at 119K. While Ethereum has put on gains literally in today. I don't know why these are here. Literally today, up $100 or 3.3%. And that is a great number. But what is really interesting to me is you can look back to 2022 into 23 and you can draw this trend line. And you can see that this trend line really did interact with price. In fact, price, this might be its favorite line. In August of 24, spent tons of time here before breaking out into the end of the year, falling back below, consolidating, and losing it. This led Ethereum to those lower numbers and led to kind of the depression of alts. For a long time, we were definitely looking down on it, but here we are back into the trend. This is so critical right here. Is it time to celebrate? Time to pop the champagne? Probably. I mean, if you've been stacking Ethereum, it's probably time to pop a little champagne, be a little excited. But Ethereum is so close. It's so close to reclaiming its strength, its full strength, like Dragon Ball Z full strength. It's so close. And ushering in a real alt season. Here we go. 3,330. We've talked about this number a lot. This is, for all things, it's the quarterly level, but what it really is where Ethereum started the year, and that puts this into so much perspective. This chart is not talked about enough at all. Nobody seemingly talks about the Ethereum yearly chart. Even though there has been so much volatility in the market and so much volatility for Ethereum this year, people fail to look at this long time frame. And doing so, I think they're doing themselves a disservice. 3,300 is so critical, and it's easy to see here. Look at this bottom wick on the year. In fact, I don't think Ethereum has ever seen really anything like this. Almost no altcoins, I feel like, have seen a candle really quite like this. It's wild. The buying strength down here is incredible. If this candle can flip to green, we are only $100 away from it. That's about a 3% move. Ethereum is looking strong right now. Dominance has not caught bids. Bitcoin is kind of just chilling out and letting Ethereum take the wheel right now. We are so close to a meaningful breakout. We could see this happen this week. Other alts are starting to kind of catch the rumbles. I would not get too into that quite yet. I need to see Ethereum retake this level, turn the yearly green, and dominance finally lose its strength. It has shown some, I'll admit. This is pulling back, but it's still pretty much in trend. You know, this is ugly. It's not showing the same strength that it was. We're not seeing the big rallies and dominance, the big spikes, the strong pullbacks, weeks and weeks and weeks of green. Now we're seeing weeks of red, which we haven't actually really seen in this run. If you look back in the entire year, we've only seen one red weekly candle up until June, up until this string of red candles here on the week. We have one here in May, one here in February, another here in February. This is actually in December of last year, so those don't count. We've only had singular weeklies, and this is now 4 in a row. This is how dominance will lose its strength. This is how it will lose its momentum, and how we will, or what we would expect to see as alt season comes in. This is definitely not showing the same strength. Doesn't guarantee that now is the time, but it is getting close, and it is hinting to us that it is getting close. I was surprised to see dominance actually lose 64%. It's coming on down. I might even be as bold as to say down here, 62%, 61.8, 61.9. If we lose May's low, that's probably it. That is probably the signal that dominance is not going higher. That I was wrong. That it isn't going into the 70s. We'll see. I'm still sticking by that. I'm still thinking we see that, but it is. I'm feeling less confident in it. The timing of alt season now. Ooh, I forgot to take my allergy pill. Timing of alt season. Alt F4 says, I too prefer the 24-hour chart over the one-day chart. Honestly, the 24-hour chart, I just use it because I can hit it on the numpad. You can't hit daily on the numpad. I appreciate your super chat, my friend. The timing of alt season, though. The timing of dominance breaking down. The timing of Ethereum. Actually, maybe we should do a little bit more here on Ethereum. The true strength of Ethereum can be seen in its value against Bitcoin. I don't expect this to continue forever. I don't expect Ethereum, honestly, to go back to all-time highs against Bitcoin. I don't think that's going to happen probably ever, realistically, but it doesn't need to. It doesn't have to do that to have insane gains and to outpace Bitcoin. Ethereum spent years falling against Bitcoin's valuation, and we got rather bearish on it on this channel back here at around 0.5, around 4K USD price. We waited and waited and waited, and we said if it ever reaches 0.018, I'm going to look to rebuy some. This is basically your final support that existed until a cliff all the way down below 0.001. We got the bounce. We spent better part of a month retesting, finally, for the first time, bouncing and retesting previous support as resistance. We had a fake out, and now here we go. We are officially broken out. Yesterday's candle closed strong. Today's candle is continuing that strength. And where do we look? Logically, let's look up to the next previous support. That's up here at 0.33. At the moment, that is... how far? 22% against Bitcoin. Wow. What that means is if Bitcoin does not move, and Ethereum closes this gap, that would put Ethereum up about $650, near 4K. Wow. That would put Ethereum close to 4K if Bitcoin didn't move at all. If Bitcoin moves up to, I don't know, 150K, then that math gets kind of compounded, almost exponential. But here is where the strength lies. Here is where I am reversed my bearishness, where I think it was time to start looking at Ethereum moving up, and it's followed through. Finally finding support, bouncing, breaking through resistance for the first time. You can see Ethereum just lost levels, never had the strength to retest them, just continued to lose them. And here we go, finally putting in a higher low into a higher high. And while it would make perfect sense to see some kind of pullbacks on the way up here, maybe we return to 0.25 for a little bit, move back up, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is going to be more of a bouncy line than a straight line probably. 0.33 looks in its future. Looks like it's in its very close future. And the timing, this is the segue. The timing could not be more perfect. Looking at total crypto market cap, we said this is, and this was kind of unrelated to Ethereum when we first said it, but this will be the signal of when alts will go crazy. Total crypto market cap broke all-time high on Monday, but sold back off Tuesday, spent the whole day kind of figuring out what it wanted to do. And today it's showing strength again. And what are we seeing? Again, we are seeing strength in alts. Bitcoin largely sideways, but we're seeing strength in alts from the break of total. And I think total is not done in any means. Total crypto market cap, I think, is eyeing 5 trillion. And honestly, 5 trillion is conservative. You could say by the end of the year, but I think it's eyeing 5 trillion, maybe in this quarter. Things are heating up very quickly in Q3 here, kind of unexpectedly. Largely, we have seen crypto do nothing over the summers. I think this is like the perfect setup. No one's really expecting anything. Oh, it's summer. I'll come back Q4 because that's always when the spice happens. Doesn't seem to be that way right now. This changed very quickly. Even in May and June, it kind of seemed like we'd get a boring summer. But into July, virtually everything changed with the 3 days. Total blasted past its resistance from May, its high in May, and headed right for all-time highs. It has not rejected. And that was also off of a perfect back test, but that's not important. Blasted back to all-time highs. It's broken them. It hasn't rejected. Worst case, I think you see this. Worst case. But at the moment, I'm betting on this going just up. And I can show you. I ripped along. Kind of degenerately. I've been doing this more lately because I've been seeing these setups just in real time. Now, this is on 10x. This is on FEMX. I'm also trading on BYDFI, but up 42%. So not the craziest trade. It's up like 42%, but price has moved 4% because it's on 10x. Entry is not good, but you can see I don't know if you can even see the logic here. Saw the move up, saw the pullback, entered right here. Boom. This has only been open for a little bit. Do you guys think I should keep this open or close it? I'm not going to lie. I feel like I should keep it open. This doesn't look done. I might look to take profit at that 3,300 mark, though. We've got other trades open. We'll pull them in just a little bit. Where was I? Bitcoin, Ethereum, total. What do we got? We have not seen Bitcoin versus Euro all-time high yet. GBP already done in the books. This is the stickler. Bitcoin versus stocks pulled back, and it's back here. Okay. Bitcoin dollars being a bit of a dig too. I think there was something interesting here on Coinbase I want to show you guys, and then I'm probably out of interesting things. Okay, that's not that interesting. Something of interest though. Yesterday's candle. So our run to 123 Tuesday, we pulled back a little bit, shook some hands out. Yesterday's candle, the first significant day of volume on Coinbase, so on the spot market, in quite some time. Quite some time. You can see a big divergence from that average of volume on Tuesday for a not so big candle, right? Down 1.74%, yet volume double, triple, quadruple, kind of the average here. That is showing me strength. That is showing me sells got absorbed. That's what I'm seeing. This is some of the biggest volume we have seen since really back in April at the low. I think that's good news. I think that's very good news. I think, yeah, that's it, right? Good news there. Good news here. What do we got? High above all of our moving averages, just floating. All right. I think that is it. There's other alts and stuff to look at. Interesting. Weekly candles red. I wouldn't have expected that, honestly. Let's peek. Circle broke. Okay. Solana broke. There's a few charts we can look at still. Then I'll get to the chat. Solana. All right. Here it is. I've been skeptical about Solana. It has nothing to do with Solana itself. Simply, I needed Solana to show me on the chart that it was ready. It was looking good, but it was just right there. It's like Ethereum at 3,300. It was directly below its 200-day moving average, and it was finding resistance there. It was rejecting. Even on Tuesday, it put a lower low versus the weekend, not showing strength. And today, boom, baby. Boom. Now, Solana has rocketed right back to, I would say, resistance about a 171. So going long right here, right now, may be a sketchy idea. I wouldn't do that. But you might look for 165 as a back test here. That would make sense. Things cool off. See something like that. This is so nice now, though. Kind of how things changed from May and June into July. This chart in just one day is very much changing the way it looks. Not only is it retaking the 200-day, which it has been stuck under, guys, forever. Forever. February of this year, it fell below, and it has just rejected over and over again. Finally today, it has broken, and man, it might not even be done. That legit might not even be done. I might have to do some higher time frame here. Where are we looking? 175. Maybe got a little bit more today. 175. This is looking good. 190. 190 looking. 190 insights down the scope, man. Crazy how things can just 180, right? Things look bad, all of a sudden, boom, they look good. Solid V-shaped recovery, retook major moving average, now at a horizontal. I mean, lock and load, baby. Seeing Ethereum rally, seeing Solana rally. I'm sure other alts are. We'll get to them as well. Alt season argument is getting more and more realistic. Really, really quickly. Let's go. A lot of people here breathing a sigh of relief, I'm sure, seeing Solana move. I definitely want to see it regain against Bitcoin a little bit more convincingly, because even after this whole move, you're still kind of down here at range lows. But what that might mean is maybe you just have more upside room, right? Ethereum has about 22% against Bitcoin back to resistance, or I would say its next checkpoint. What do we got here on Solana? Man, like 40%. That's wild. 40%. Well, Solana saying screw you 172. What's weird is 40% is roughly just back to its all-time high. Not even. Wow. 243. Let's do the fib. 243. I like 243 as a target. Right back to resistance. Damn. That lines up. That looks good. I still would wait for 165 for an entry, but Solana, let's go. Solana, I think SPX 69,000, whatever meme coin this is. This broke all-time high, I believe. Yes, it did. All-time high. Boom. Today. Starting to feel a lot more alty, isn't it? The Bitcoin only focus, maybe not quite as in picture. 250 here. That looks solid AF. I think as always, you gotta say, man, you gotta wait for that pullback. You can't be long on the tops of green candles. I know a lot of you today may be feeling FOMO looking at some of these charts. Thoughts on Dogecoin? Give me 1 sec. I'll make sure I get all the super chats today. But I know people are looking to FOMO, but man, I think you wait for that back test of previous all-time high, 164-ish, 175-ish, only a little bit above that. I think that's a solid trade. I put an alert at 2. SPX 69,000 giggity at all-time high. I got an alert for Circle I want to check out quick. I'm wrapping up my own thoughts here pretty quickly. Boom, baby. Printing money on that Circle. Let's get rid of these. Bam. That's solid. Circle long. If anybody took that one from 191, I probably would look to drop it. I'd probably look to drop it at 226. Like, of course it can run. Of course it can go to all-time high. The markets are hot. Like, maybe closing longs right now is not the play, but I think you take that 17% in your run. It's your high from June. It's your 0.5 retrace. Like, damn. I think the safe play is he close at 226. But that's me. I just am so skeptical of stocks. I think someone is cutting a tree down in like the backyard here. Great. It's very loud. Wonderful. I know you can't hear it, but I can. Was there any other alerts? CBK went off. Hood went off. Let me pull up Hood. I just want to look at these alerts really fast. What else do we have here? Hood at all-time highs, heading for a 110. Easy. Easy call. What is CBK? CKB? CKB? Kick. Shit coins. Yeah. I don't know what this alert was for. That alert doesn't make any sense. So moving on. Moving along. Where are we at? Moving along. There we go. Bitcoin back to a green week. Perfect. Perfect timing. Perfect timing for me to read the chat now. I'm done. Bitcoin looks crazy here. Crazy. All right. So lovely of my neighbors to just like, I don't know, it sounds like they're cutting a tree down. Anyway, let me get over the chat. Give me 1 second, fam. If you have not hit that like button and you have not subscribed to this channel, now's the time. Now's the time. Join us. Don't wait. Cost you nothing. Pop on, pop in, lock in. Let's go. Okay, let me refresh the chat. It is very frozen. My chat's very frozen. What's up, 𝐂𝐨𝐝? What's up, bro? No sleep time is upon us. So true, man. I slept so badly last night. Almost every time I sleep bad, market moves. All right, let me see who's here. How am I doing, Dave? I'm doing freaking awesome. How you doing, bro? Bonk, drunk maroon. You want to look at bonk? Love to see below 1,000. Dude, it's, I don't know. Where is everybody? I keep checking Google Trends. Google Trends keeps telling me that there should be crazy amounts of people here. And then there just aren't. And I look around the crypto space. I look at other channels and I don't see it there either. Like, yeah, views are up a little bit. But like, I don't know. Nothing crazy, right? But then you go to Google Trends and you see that in the last 30 days, this week was the highest interest. Technically Monday. For web search. I think it's true on YouTube search too. Yep. You go to 90 days. Same thing. 2 hits to the highest search. The 11th and the 14th. You go to the last year and things look a little different. Things aren't quite there in the last year, but that includes November. Remember how crazy November was? Even November, in my opinion, was only like a 7 out of 10 of hype. Where are the peoples? Where are the peoples? I don't know. Must be the boomers. I don't know. Maybe, bro. Not everybody uses Google anymore to look up crypto news. Of course. But that, Ty Guy, if you looked, it's not just by Google. It's web search. Google Trends, I can't actually vouch, but it says web search. Might not be just Google search. But then you go to YouTube, and YouTube search isn't Google search. Elon tweeted about Annie on Bonk. I kind of doubt it, Alien PsyOp. I kind of doubt it, but views aren't great. 2-3K for Powell last stream. Yeah, we had like 2K, I think, in the last one. Powell, though, the Powell views are always different than the crypto views. Does this trend include X searches? I don't think so. I don't know. It says web search. It doesn't say Google search. I bet I could Google it and find out. Somebody want to Google it and find out? What's up, Chemo and Crypto? Happy Hump Day. Please check SCI. All right, I'll check SCI for you. M87 Monkey Bones. Let me see. What else? What else did people ask for? Thoughts on Dogecoin? Fam OG, I got you. Did I miss any other ones? How's the dopamine levels? How's your dopamine levels doing, guys? I'll pull up Doge. Let me just pull these ones up for people. Should be a little bit more of a stickler about what we look at and what people are super chatting for them, but yeah, I'll just pull them up. Let's go. What is the M87? I know I don't have a chart for that. No chance. No way. Probably shouldn't even look at it. We'll see. We'll see if it exists on TradingView. I think I fixed my TradingView, guys. It was loading really, really slow. If you're having the same issue on TradingView, go to your settings in the TradingView app and then go to, it's like support or something, and then clear your cache. I guess I had never cleared my cache before. Messier. Here you go. There it is. Eth has left the building. TikTok. That is moving, boys. It is moving. All right, let me see. Final Genius vote is live. Is it live? Are they voting right now? I thought it was later in the day. Google search is still by far number 1. I agree, Jets. Retail's going to be late this cycle. Dude, I don't know. When do they get here? When are they here? When do we start seeing like thousands of live viewers every stream? When do we start seeing like hundreds of new subscribers every stream? Like that's how it's been in the past. Where is that? I'm just dumbfounded that it's not here yet. They got wrecked and quit. I don't know, dude. That's what people say every time. Every cycle, it's like everyone lost their money. They're not coming back. It's like, if people were that logical, they wouldn't have gotten wrecked to begin with. That's really. Trump denies the plan to fire Powell. It's crazy to me. Why do they even want to fire him anymore? Stocks are at all-time high. What's up, Echo Leaf? Who else is here? Let me see who's here. Ethereum is still pumping. My long is still printing. I didn't realize this long is up about $1,200 now. Just this Ethereum long. That's not bad. Let me see who's here today. If you're here in the chat, why don't you send a little message, vote in the poll. What's up, Perez Odra Gaming? How are you? Ethereum's about to break out again, heading to that 3,300 target, in my opinion. It's a spicy day. Alts are having a field day today. Bitcoin kind of taking a back seat at the moment. But if you're here today, if you're enjoying it, if you're feeling some dopamine, what's up, Sparklet? Put a message in the chat. I want to shout everyone out who is here. I know it's not the biggest stream. Should be. I saw Andy Bitcoin Census. I think he just left, though. Shout out to Andy. What's up, Alien Psyop, my friend? Arden R, Bob Batcat, Bob Saget, Bullish Mike, CK, Chemo and Crypto. We're going to look at SEI for you, bro. What's up, Chris Magri, Kika Sloba, Conlon Kifney Media, Craig Bowen, Cryptomania, CT8497. What's up, Al Mascari? How are you? Arden R. Gotcha. Bullish Mike, I see you, bro. Bullish Future. DG, Dave Jensen, Dave Kopp, Dennis G, Denim, Discipline and Focus, Doge Scan. What's up, Doge Scan? Don, Drunk Maroon, Dylan, Echo, Elf Machine, Fossil, Shaquille. What's up, bro? G65, General Anesthetic, Gold Dragon joining us again. Love to see you here, bro. Heavy Duty Charlie, NTY Dude, Janix, how are you, friend? Geron, Jets, John Pictagi, Juan Marin, Map of Success, Matt, Miss Leisha Baby. What's up, Leisha Baby? How you doing? Mari, Monkey Bones, Mosman, Mr. Twan, Name Here, Nate Dog, Nicholas Hersat, Omkar, One with Nature, Paul Wood, Pink Floaty, Riker's Beard, Ralph Enjoying the Sun, Ronald Grump, Roro Crypto, Salim R. What's up, Shane42? You were the first one here. Shout out to you. Soft Taco, T Money, I don't even know how to say your name, man. I've never been able to say it right. Thais Jew. Good to see you, dude. It's been a while. What's brought you back to the yard? What's up, Goonies? Pickle, my man Pickle, Bearded Wanderer, Ugin Sky, Vegas Claw, Waffle Cones, Wealth Row, Wesley Jansen, XRP Goat, and your owner. And I'm sure I missed some. If I missed you, let me see. What's up, Precision Metalworks? HD, you're the man. Kevin, what's up, bruh? We said bruh. One Hype Soul, got you. John Odin. Who else? Wesley. I think I got everyone. What's up, Jose? Normies are calling you about crypto. All right, well, pack it up, boys. We're done. Pack it up. Move it out. It's done. It's over. GG's. No re for like 4 years. What's up, Phil? We're done. Mike C. Missed. I didn't miss you. Time to short. Yeah, it's over. Time to short. God dang it. What's up, Crypto Military Vet? Hang. What's up, DSV? My boy DSV. DSV, we should have a chat soon. It's been a while. You gotta check in. See how you're doing. DSV, one of the original members of the Crown Crypto group. You can sign up today. Go to joincrowncrypto.com. And you can sign up. I'm going to start giving every new member a little bit of time with myself. Not going to do too much, but a little bit of time. Get you oriented when you join, get you set up, help people out. Take a look at Doge. Bears ain't getting bonked. Bonk. Pull up bonk. Show us your setup with Lux Algo. I don't have it on right now. Oop. Well, there you go. Bonk. There you go. Bonk right at resistance. A lot of coins. Did Sol break through? Or is it still chilling there? Still at 171. Bonk right at resistance. Careful longing. I would almost, I can just do this TA quickly. I would almost wait. Look to see if you get back to those 2 5s from 3 7s. Something like that. That looks juicy. We'll do Bonk though. Let me look at Doge. We got a super chat for it. Doge. This is just like such a slow trade. Doge bullish engulf in the month. That's excellent. Doge right up against resistance. That's okay. It's okay. 28 cents target above it. Anything else going on here? Still hasn't broken 26. Still hasn't broken May's high. I need to see that. Not really sure what it's waiting for here. It's moving so slow. I have had full confidence in Doge to retest all-time high since, I don't even know, man, like 22, 23. This is a super strong climb. A lot of alts have this chart on the macro. You see this impulse move up into a higher low, into a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Like this is ready to explode. It's just taking forever. It's taking just forever, man. It's wild. I'm surprised it's not above May's high. That is interesting to me looking at this. So that would put it in a little bit of the lagging category right now. A little bit of the lag. Momentum shifting up on the week. Money flow rolling over on the day. It's just a matter of time. Nothing too spicy there. It's begun an uptrend again. It's just, this is moving so slow. Something tells me though that whenever this actually does make a move, like it's gonna chill. It's gonna go back to May's high. It's just, I can with strong confidence say that it breaks 25 cents before it trades lower. I don't think it's going to trade under 13 cents this year. I don't think it's going to trade down there again, personally. But when it does move, I think it's going to blast. I think it's going to do most of its move in a single day or a single week. I think it's going to head back to all-time highs. Doge, just so much confidence here that Doge is going to at least retest all-time high this year. It's weird. I feel weird saying this year, but I realize we're getting closer to the end. Doge has great prospects into the end of the year. SEI, long still open, 50 cents, not achieved yet. Surprising. There we go. SEI, where are we? Above all its moving averages. Excellent back test of that 200, showing some strength on the daily. Above May's high, that's what I was like kind of concerned about with Doge. SEI high above May's high. High above the high. Order block last week above your 50 week. 50 cents, man. No matter how I look at this, I see 50 cents in its future. That might not even be the extent of it. One thing, though, that is noticeable, this is a newer coin, doesn't have as much history, but something that is noticeable is that this isn't a macro downtrend. Still. A lot of coins like Doge, and we saw the uptrend begin again. This hasn't begun that yet. You have an all-time high, a low, a lower high, a lower low, and while this is great, it's moving back up. We can even see the 20 monthly moving average beginning here at 42 cents. It needs to break last year's Q4 high to be in an uptrend again. Something to think about in the bigger picture. I think 50 cents is in its near-term future. Let's look at this M87, and I'll get back to the chat. Just want to get these super chats because I have been bad at them lately. Been bad at doing them. Not a ton of history on this guy. I've never heard of this thing. M87, messier, so do your own research. I'm just looking at the chart. I don't know anything about it. This low wick really went low in March. Really went low. Let's see what this looks like. I see hearts coming up on the page. Let's go, boys. Keep tapping. Keep tapping. Keep liking. Keep subscribing. This chart is weird. The price is so squeezed. It's hard to get like clear kind of horizontals. I mean, here is something. I see something here. Let's place this. See this. Right here, you're broken it. That's a good sign. Maybe like this. I'm hesitant to use this wick, honestly, for anything, because it looks like kind of an illiquidity wick or something. This is a weird one. What I like about this chart, from a chart sense, is it just looks different than most of the things we've looked at. You know, this wick here makes it rather unique. It does show that there was a lot of selling pressure, but it does also show that that selling pressure, like a pressure gauge or pressure hatch, like was released, kind of blew its load, got bought back up, didn't return to the wick's low. I can see more upside in the future of this. RSI is beautiful here with what are we at here? 78 on the day. Beautiful. Money flow rolling over, momentum coming up, view up coming up. I mean, these are all the positives that I would be looking for. It's currently at 4073. Looking back to March's high, 4083 is only like a 10-15% move, 12%. Looks reasonable. Your descending high trend somewhere 301, I think, wouldn't be a bad target. Just ripping along here. I never go by that. I never think it's a great idea to just long a green candle, though. I say that, and then I guess I sometimes don't practice what I preach. I just ripped this Ethereum off, and it was basically long in a green candle. But I can see it place something like this, targeting 0001. That's a really great just number in general, psychological. Losing that decimal point, moving it over. I could give you like a 50. That's not 59% from 006. Or is it? Like a 59% upside. I think you can look for a stop down near July's, kind of mid-July's lows. Look for that back test. It might play out something like this, though. That would be the bullish path for it. I would be careful if you are in a long at that 0001. If I was in a long, especially from down low, I would look to lock in some profit. I would look to maybe make a moon bag of this. I don't know what it is. I don't know anything about it. But we're just going by the chart. There we go. There we go. Ethereum pushing higher during the live. I should have put Ethereum in the title today. Maybe I can still edit it. 217 likes. It is so hard to get likes these days. So hard to get likes. If you haven't liked the stream yet, do it. Do it. All right. Tom, not hearing any mentions of COTI. COTI. Is it dead? I don't even know about COTI, dude. What even is COTI? I know I've looked at the chart. Oof, that's rough. That is rough, bro. Anything that's broken its April low is in bad condition. I wouldn't use the term dead. Dead is very difficult when it comes to crypto. But an easy rule of thumb here. Anything that has broken April's low in this space is down bad, is in not a good position. Almost all the strong charts we see have held those lows. They've cemented kind of, I've been saying yearly lows. After April and even into like the end of April, I was saying I think the USD lows are in for these altcoins. And obviously that's not true for all of them. Here's COTI breaking it. I wouldn't say dead, brother, but maybe not one you would look to like DCA, right? You'll get rid. I'm also not saying panic sell. It doesn't mean it can't bounce. Doesn't mean you can't get a better price or something. But just be careful. I probably wouldn't look to add personally to things that have broken their April lows. I want to see things that have put in and cemented strong lows in April. Like, let's be real, Ethereum, right? Cemented strong lows in April, and since then have pulled back and held higher lows. That is the setup into the end of the year, in my opinion, is these higher lows. When you see a little bit of market structure break and it get bought up, those are going to be the only entries till the top. Honestly, that's how I feel. Keep your eye out for them. Hype is dying. 𝐒𝐫𝐿 is the hype dying. D-Lo Brown, you like the stream? Thank you, sir. You want free sauce, but you can't hit the likes. Everybody wants the free sauce, and I can't even hit the likes. Could you guys hype it up a little bit? A little bit of hype. A little bit. Let's see if we can get more viewers in here. It's not always the candle that matters with the overall trend. Very true. Velo, thanks for checking M87. No problem, brother. Super and Shib, how are you feeling? So it's so weird. We always get way more votes on the polls than likes. 530. We're feeling bullish. I think that's reasonable. Best lives on crypto YouTube. Thank you, Bullish Future. Printing on these longs today, bro. What's up, Umar? Umar subscribed. Muhammad Alfan Risky subscribed. Prezes, Odra Gaming, Sparklit, Wesley Jansen, Brian Samuel, Tiago Alves, O'Dane Stedman, Ahmed Khan. What's up, bros? We got more. We got more longs and shit too, though. Blasting this bad boy. 1.3K. That's up. This is up $3,000. Let's go. $3,000 on this long. Got a long over on BYDFI, one of our exchange partners. That bad boy is up 1,400 as well. 200% ROI. Dude, these longs are printing. Some of these entries were fire though. That 98,000 entry, beautiful, beautiful. I want to close my Ethereum long. I want to close it because I opened it with like no thought. I was just like, I see it going up. I think it's going up more. I'm gonna long. Nobody asked, but I'm sure people asked. XRP touched $3. We talked about this on Monday and said it's probably closer to a short than a long here at $3. Tuesday failed to bring it really significantly lower. Today, moving back, testing that $3 mark again. While I'm going to stick by my thoughts that 250, say 260 to 245, is likely the place to look for an entry, it is looking rather bullish. It's looking rather bully. Might not come. Might not come. This is a beautiful setup. XRP finally showing strength again. Slept all the entire year, honestly. It like just slept. And man, into July, right back to those highs. If XRP breaks its all-time high, I think we're going to be looking up here in the $5 to $6 range. It's a good target. That's where I'd be looking. What's up, Vashnavi? I see you subscribing. If you subscribe while we're live, your name will pop up. I'll shout you out. It's a huge value. What's interesting, there it is. Vashnavi, how are you? What's interesting is the dollar may have broken out yesterday on the red candles. Today, we have a red candle on the dollar today, but it has regained some of its losses, and crypto largely just ignoring it, doesn't really care. I don't think crypto is very tied to the dollar anymore in the same sense, in the same way it was. If you want an overall look of alts, Total 3 has broken May's high and didn't even put in a red candle yesterday when everything almost was red, held the green. Alts in great condition based on this chart. We saw this on total crypto market cap, and we saw it shoot right back to all-time high. Total 3 is looking to retest all-time highs. It's looking to go back to December. 1.13 trillion. Honestly surprised it hasn't moved more, or like today. What else we got? What's up, Angelic Ambition? How are you? What's up, Chris Yersa? subscribing as well. Welcome to the fam. Everybody new, thank you for joining us. You're joining us at a very spicy time. We're one of the few, I don't want to say only, but by the numbers, the only channels that do not accept money to shill you rugs and projects and scam platforms and things. It's very rare. Unfortunately, too many new people find that out too late after they lose all their money. But almost all of YouTube is funded by scams and rugs. We don't do that here. We're one of the rare, one of the few. We want you to succeed. We don't want you to lose, even if I would get your money. But if you'd like to help pay us back, or if you'd like to support the channel, you can sign up with any of the links in the video description below, specifically our exchange partners, BYDFI and FEMEX, or you can check out joincrowncrypto.com, join our private group. If you're looking to invest in yourself this year, get a little mentoring from myself, help set you on that right path. But you found the right place. This is the place to be. What else we got? Treadmill. Shout out to Mitch Ray. Love Mitch Ray. Mitch Ray's a good dude. Have you checked out Turbo? I have not. They're voting right now. They're voting right meow. Should we see if we can pull up the live vote? Live vote Genius Act. Yep, they're in recess. Or are they? Until approximately noon. Wait, what?
Their dad is in the hot
program.
Whoa. Trying to find it. Whenever I pull, when I'm like pulling up these streams, it just says the house is in recess. Until approximately noon. It's way past noon. That's so strange. I guess they're in recess, which makes no sense. That's okay. That is all right. Dude, Ethereum just keeps going. It just keeps going and going and going. Should have gone harder on this one. Say that every time. Say that on all the winners. Should have gone harder. Got to search through different streams. So the problem is you'll find streams that are just like behind. What are they voting for? This genius stablecoin act, which is, I don't know, man. At this point, does anyone really know what's in it? Like, I don't think any of the people voting on it do, and the people who are voting on it, I don't think they like really know what any of it means. Like, it's just wild. We live in a circus. We live in a circus. Here we are. Didn't this fail a vote already, though? Didn't we already vote on this once and it failed? Motion to reconsider. Wait. Not voting 40 didn't vote. Time remaining 0 seconds. So it looks like they're not going to reconsider, maybe? Wait, why are 30 Republicans not voting? Because that's the difference. What's up, A. Frank I8? What's up, bro? I see a subscriber. Welcome. I'm confused. Why would 30 of them not vote? It just gives away. I don't know. This the Genius Act stablecoin stuff, though, guys, is like not really great for our bags. It's not really like for our bags. It's about stablecoins and like CBDC maybe, and It's not like pump crypto, pump Ethereum, pump, you know, like pump Bitcoin. I'd rather do laundry than check AVAX. Maybe. I just don't want to get stuck doing request and request and request. You guys always do that to me. Everybody always gets mad when I don't check theirs. And it's like, bro, there's like 500 people. Where's the techno music? I just didn't put it up. It does look like this resolution is going to fail. But the thing is that 27 Republicans could vote. Only one Democrat hasn't voted. 26 Republicans could vote and they could win. Wait. At this point, literally all of them would have to vote and they would win by one. Well, and there it is. I don't think it can pass now, right? Nope, no, it can. Republican. From the non-vote voted. Literally every single non-voting Republican here would have to vote yes. Or the one Democrat who didn't vote could vote yes, and 24 of the Republicans could vote yes. I don't know. Are they just like waiting? Because it says, I don't understand how this works. It says time remaining 0 seconds. And then it has these votes and they keep coming in. So do they get to keep voting or is it over? Let's put this over here. 1 second. Gonna add this as a little guy in the corner here. There it is. We'll leave it up. We'll leave it up. They keep coming in. Like I said, if every single person who hasn't voted votes yes, it can pass. But I just don't. I don't care about this bill. Like this bill passing doesn't do shit. It's like about stable coins. They did it on purpose. Now they're gonna win, probably. It's a circus, dude. Some of them didn't vote because the CBDC prohibition was not on it. They're recommending that for the next vote. That's good info. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. Like CBDC, we already have it, but it's just not digital. Like, right? So what's the point? Like, we already have digital money anyway. Be honest, most of us want TA charts, and of course, we like our own alts, of course. Of course. Of course. I never am, like, purposely ignoring anyone. Any of the requests or any of the charts. I'm never purposely doing it. There's just only so many I can do, and my ADD, man, if I get in the zone, I'll just keep doing them, and I don't like doing that. It's not fun. It's not fun to just grind them out. Also, AVAX just never friggin' moves. That's not my fault. God. At least it held April's low. The murmuring of politicians. Bullish and Gulf? 25. Man. This vote is going to take forever. Many of the people voting will pass away before the votes are complete. And that's not actually because it's going to take that long. It's just they're that old. They're just... Father Time is coming to collect them. Father Time is coming. I like how they keep changing the camera as if like something's happened. But I know how an avalanche moves exactly. I got one person just start clapping. He's like, yeah, we did it. Yeah. Maybe it was like a sarcastic clap. Sarcastic clap. CME, close that. PAX G. This aged well. That aged well. Here's the original Ethereum chart. We nailed Ethereum, bro. Nailed it. Let's see what happens at 3,300 though. I mean, you're back in the trend. But that is, if there is resistance, like, I feel like if it can clear this, if it can clear 3,300, whatever here, the yearly open, if it can clear that and hold it, I don't think that even like 4K matters. I think it'll break it. I think it'll blast it. 13. Wait. That doesn't make sense. Oh, someone voted no. Could still pass if they don't pass away by the time it's done. Hype is at all-time high, basically. Haha. XLM. Even look at that. XLM hit 50 cents. Now it's chilling. I'd still be looking for the pullback, but damn if it doesn't look like it just wants to go. I'll be damned. This chart is hella bully. I think XLM's looking for all-time high. What's up, Lo-Fi Chill City? How you doing, bro? Worked half the year, not even. What about BONK? You looked at BONK. Let's try our resistance. ADA. Alright, multiple ADA requests. Alright. Well, ADA against Bitcoin heading back. We said this is really where we need to see it go to, like, get bully on it again. 711 sats. Looks like it's got it in sights. It's moving back to previous support. Break 711 sats, then we'll start getting serious about it being bully. Dollar pair. I mean, the long is still alive. It's up, I guess, from Monday. There's really no change here. While I've been saying the same thing about ADA for a bit. While ADA is below May's high, it's just not doing anything. If it breaks May's high, which I think is likely here, the rest of the market is signaling. I think it moves back up to $1, put in a higher low, maybe see something like that. But as long as it's below May high, it is still trending down. It has not broken to a higher high. It has hit the same support as put in the same low 3 times. This is weakened. This is not a good look until May's high breaks, and I believe it will. But at the moment, it is still not doing anything. It is still just in this same range. Now, this looks strong. I think it's heading there. I mean, by the end of the week, it could be there. By today, it could be there. Wow, that's nice. Money flow almost all the way. It's just gotta show me. With all these other charts, all these other coins breaking out, the probability of any other random given one is better. What's up, Abraham? I see you, brother. Farhan, Farouk, welcome, bros. Keep joining us. Keep smashing the likes. Keep subscribing. I have an alert at ADA. You should have an alert if you're following it at 86 cents. Break 86 cents. Things are great. Break 86 cents and you are fine. You have the macro uptrend that we talked about with Doge. You have bull market high into bear market. You have a higher high, a higher low, higher high, higher low. You're good. You just need to break May's high and then you begin an uptrend again. You're into an uptrend. Till then, you're just painting this same kind of bearish pattern. It does look kind of like this, and did break out before. I'm not bearish on ADA. I'm just not bullish until May's high is broken at 87 cents. I'm neutraled. Neutrality. Do I think crypto runs into 2026? I think if it does, it's like a blow off top phase unless we see a change in the cycle. What's up, Dr. Crypto? What's up? C.A. Motley, Rafael Sanchez need all 14 votes for yes. Technically, they could get just 12 and then the rest not vote. Fat Crow. Broad market update for those tuning in. I mean, at the beginning of the stream, we did that. Dominance is falling. Ethereum is ushering in the alt season, but it is approaching what I will say is the most important critical level. Ain't that always the truth? It is looking to test that yearly open and flip green after how long it was in the red. I don't know. This is the final resistance. I wouldn't be surprised to see profit taking here at 3,300. Profit taking happens. Dominance likely then bounces again. Likely continues its uptrend. If Ethereum blasts through, can close candles, alt season is likely here, and alts are likely about to go crazy. Total crypto market cap is retesting all-time highs right now. After yesterday's sell-off on Monday, we talked about it breaking all-time high. We had said for a long time when that happens, alts will go nuts. They've started to go nuts again. Tuesday, we saw a little sell-off today, retesting, looking very strong. If you look over at Total 3, this is signaling that altcoins are likely looking to have a sustained rally, or at least a larger move to the upside. This is the same signal that we saw on Total as it moved to all-time high. Boom. On Wednesday or whatever, Thursday of last week, you broke May's high, you ran right to all-time high. That's where Total 3 is at. So, big picture. Broad market update. I would say all eyes are on Ethereum today. All eyes are on Ethereum at 3,330 and change. What happens here is going to be big and have implications that stretch across the space. Breakthrough, alts go nuts. I think we enter like a mania phase. Fail to break through. Yeah, maybe that's the groundhog seeing its shadow. Maybe we got a few more weeks. And we gotta wait it out, right? Either way, things are very, very bullish. Very, very bullish. Bitcoin taking a breather. Alts kind of filling in that breather time. Very reminiscent of previous cycles. Bitcoin still looks strong in my opinion. It hasn't really gone anywhere. Dominance right at our line, man. Just directly at the middle of the channel, exactly where it bounced in mid-May. All eyes. Like, I can't even stress it enough. All eyes are on Ethereum. This vote going on, I don't think this really matters. This is all about stablecoin, CBDC bullshit. They'll talk about anything but our bags. Doge, we looked at Doge. Doge is looking good. Doge is surprisingly not above its May high. But the macro on Doge is strong. All eyes on top. What's up, Ronan? Can we check AVAX? We did. I pulled up AVAX. Paul Wood, when you were complaining, I pulled up AVAX. You were complaining. I love you, Paul. I pulled up AVAX, though. I just didn't have much to say about it. But I did. When I pointed out that everybody wants to look at their own alts, I just don't like getting stuck doing every single alt chart. I just don't have much to say here. Looking for a breakout? Sure. $32. Let's see it. I mean, I gotta see May's high break. It's just down at its lows. It's made a move to the upside. There just like isn't much more alpha I can give. But I did look at it. I got nothing for you now. If you see it move, $32 is where I'm looking. I think 25 might slap it back down depending on what the main chart of the day has to say. We are breaking out because of this bill? I don't think so, Quinn. This bill has like nothing to do with crypto. Like it only has to do with stable coins. And then like the Fed kind of, right? It's confusing. It's a nice monthly candle for H-bar. See H-bar heading back to 40 cents. It's a strong monthly. Held its April low. Just barely. Broke its May high. Here's like what I'm looking at. You know, alts typically will look similar, right? Here are the two things I'm looking at. I've said this a few times on the stream, but I'll do it again. April's low, whatever alt it is you're looking at. Look at April's low, look at May's high. Those are the two important parts. Did April's low break? So we go to H bar as our example here. No, it did not. June, the low held barely, but it held. You're good. May's high, has that been broken? Yes. You're now in an uptrend again. If you did not break May's high, and you did break April's low, you're probably in a downtrend. Your alt is looking rough. If you didn't break April's low, and you haven't broken April's or May's high yet, you're likely looking kind of like AVAX here, right? Didn't break April's low, didn't break May's high. You're likely here in what looks like kind of bear flaggish, but with the way the markets are heading, you're likely looking to resolve upwards. You're likely looking to break that May high. If April's low, bro, good luck. You're just in trouble. Genius tomorrow. Wait, so clarity later today, Genius tomorrow. So what are they voting on now? Which one's this one? This is so confusing. They don't even know, though. Like, realistically, what percent of people, if they were voting on anything crypto, that are voting know anything about it? The answer is like none. Crypto gonna crypto, I agree. Stables run on Ethereum? Yeah, dude, I mean, they also run on Tron. They also run on, well, Tron. Everything. And when they talk about stables, here's the thing, dude, is they talk about stables, they're not talking about our stables. They're talking about making their own. Won't run on Ethereum, I almost promise. Crypto face making money on Ethereum today? Same, brah. Same. What's up, Mylan? Same, bro. That was sniper ass entry. FOMO sniper ass entry. Why did you sell half your SPX? It keeps going up. So that would be. That would be. What's up, MVK Longbird? Was I born with these glasses on? Some say. Who else is new here? Alien Psyop's still here. What's up, bro? Chris D, Crypto Ace. See some new names. Follow some Hodl. What's up, brother? Glenn J Duff. Kato joined us. Corey. Line in my pockets here. What's up? Thought I heard Professor Beans. I might have heard Professor Beans. Mr. Twan, MVK, Nicholas Perry, Paper Beats, Rock, Peter, Phil, Quinn, Rocket, RS Miller, what's up, bro? Stardog, Steve, Goonie, Shadow Wolf. How's everybody? Two time. Been watching, don't usually comment. Oh, welcome. Am I holding any Pengu? I am not. What are we even voting on here? I guess we don't even have to watch this vote if it's like not crypto. Yeah, we're letting people have no concept of crypto dictate the future of crypto. It is something. At least they're dictating positively as of late. I see Donnie. What's up, Donnie? I see you subscribing. Mylan subscribe. Jovi, Sophia, welcome to the fam. Welcome, welcome. Reconsider vote, yes. They are reconsidering, but I'm not even sure which one they're reconsidering now. Hidden subscribers, what's up, Ollie? Where can you invest now, Persian King? BYDFI. What am I bullish on? I missed a pump on XLM? What do you mean? I mean, I wasn't buying XLM. I wasn't buying it. But I mean, what do you mean? I missed it. We've had this long here, Paul. I've had those longer for 22 cents. I mean, we did place it back in March, though. I will admit I just forgot about it. That's what happened. My bullish on, I have a long open on Ethereum. Yeah. Long open on Bitcoin. Really just the whole space at the moment. Anything that has held April's low and has broken May's high. That's what I'm bullish on. Best way to spend time at a VA hospital, R.S. Miller. Are you alright, brother? I'm going to send all of our good energy to you, bro. Considering a D's. That's right. Is this summer alt season normal? No. No. All of this summer action is weird. It's spooky summer action. Total 3 is just breaking. Alts are so... Or all of a sudden so bully. Wow. Solana ignoring 171, I think. I think we're going to see this back at 190. I think we're going to see... Maybe this is it. You know, we have to like kind of just watch and see alts do this. And then we can say, okay, we've seen this happen a bunch. Maybe this is going to keep happening. We can bet on it. April's low, May's high. You've held April's low. You haven't broken May's high, but what's going on with Solana right now? Maybe right back to May's high. Maybe we're going to see this on, I don't want to say all charts, but lots of charts. 180, 190. I really think it's just this, though. I really, really think this is what's happening. I think Ethereum is going right here, like today. Maybe while we're live, but today. And if it blasts through, closes the day, holds 3,300, whatever, I think all the alts go nuts. If Ethereum reaches up to 3,300 today and blasts down, I think dominance bounces right from the middle of the channel. I think alts have more pain ahead, and I think Bitcoin resumes its rally. Probably. We'll see. Okay, yes has won. I'm pretty sure yes has won this vote. We're still not really sure which one they're voting on, but yes is now up. 213 to 211. 214, yes has won. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. As I ripped the long on Ethereum, kind of watching this, waiting for this to happen. That long is now at 56%. A little bit over $1,000.
On this vote, the yeas are 215 and the nays are 211. The motion is adopted.
Okay. The motion
The
has been
question is on the
adopted.
adoption of the resolution. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no.
I'm not sure how I feel about the Genius Act.
The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
It's
The
adopted.
gentleman from Massachusetts.
I ask for a recorded vote and a better time clock.
A recorded vote is requested. Those favoring a recorded vote will rise. A sufficient number having risen, a recorded vote is ordered. Members will
You're
record their
adopted.
votes by electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote.
He looks like he's about to... He just looks like he's giggling. Like he's about to giggle. All right, well, vote adopted. I don't know. I don't need to, like, wait. I need to watch that bullshit. Vote adopted. It is no longer orphaned. It is now adopted. Speaking of adopted. Ethereum's still looking to break out here. Heading to 3,300 live, baby. Clarity Act defines crypto assets into different assets like commodity securities and others. But then, but does it define any of them specifically? Stipulates that any referendum on succession must... Wait, what? Let me ask Grok. Let's see what Grok has to say. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. What's up, Tin Man? Enjoying the meeting? Sending coins to new highs. Digital Asset Clarity Act is a bipartisan bill aimed at establishing comprehensive regulatory framework. Assigns the CTFC as the primary regulator for digital commodities, which include most cryptocurrencies and tokens traded on spot or cash markets, such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. The SEC retains oversight over digital assets classified as... So has nothing changed? The CFTC has always had jurisdiction over commodities, and the SEC has always had jurisdiction over securities. I guess it just had never been said with crypto before. An asset intrinsically linked to a blockchain system, excluding those considered securities, banking deposits, non-speculative. Establishes provisional registration regime for digital commodities. One sec. Let's get rid of this. I forgot that was up there. Hold up. This doesn't seem very novel. Clarifies the digital assets transferable peer-to-peer and recorded on blockchain are not investment contracts. Okay. Does that mean that no coins are investment contract? No coins are securities that can be sent? That'd be cool. Prevents federal regulators from requiring financial institutions to treat customers' digital assets as liability. Okay, that's different. Hold additional capital against them. That's good. The bill passed. The Clarity Act was part of a broader legislative push alongside the Genius Act and the Anti-CBDC Surveillance Act. However, a procedural vote was disrupted by 12 Republicans, but they voted on today, just passed. It aims to provide clarity. Yeah, I feel like they just say this shit. They're like, we're gonna provide clarity. And it's like, okay, we're waiting. And it's like, oh no, that's it. That's all. That's the extent of it. Like, we're done. We told you that we were going to be more clear, so that's it. It's weird. Hilarious, the vote to do the revote passed. Now somebody want to revote it. It's just like they say that they're going to add clarity. And it's like, okay, well then give us the clarity. And it's like, okay, well, some things are going to be commodities and some things are going to be securities. And it's like, that's not clarity. That's not any more clarity than we had minutes ago. Just minutes ago. I don't know. Ah, man, this stream's been going on a while. I didn't realize. We got good viewership, though. Almost 1,000 viewing. You guys rock. Hell yeah. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, you should subscribe and you should join us here. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and often in between. We've been live on YouTube for 6 years. We're not going anywhere. You should tune in every stream. Get the knowledge. Clear as a kaleidoscope. I like that. Yeah, nobody really knows what's in it, and you know that I agree, 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐫𝐭. And I just had AI like tell me about it, but AI probably doesn't even like that. AI was probably just slop too. What's up, ATHs? Hit the like button, thank you, sir. Yes, I feel so much clarity now. Randall Print, yes, still valid to buy Ethereum. Depends how long you're looking to hold it. I have a long on Ethereum that I'm just like considering closing at 3,300 and change. Great channel. Thank you, Devin. Great viewers. That's why. What's up, Denim? What's up, Jay? Mr. Techno Goody, how you doing? Crypto Ace. BNB broke 700. All right. 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍. What's up, bro? BNB's at 700. Let's check that out. It gives clarity to trillions. Paul, how does it do that? In what way, though? See, that's what I'm criticizing. It's like, in what way does it? Maybe, you know, like I'm just saying I don't know. It's not apparent to me. Let's see. It broke 700. All right. All right. All-time high, 795. This trade's still not stopped out. Wow. There's a lot of these from like last year that did not look good for a while. Now they're back in profit. BNB. BNB is I've just never, or not never, I've constantly been saying BNB is such a sleeper, dude. Look at this, February, March, April. Look at these lows, higher lows. May high, June higher low, boom, broke May's high. Good eye on the 700 break. Trending up again. There is very little that could be done that would convince me otherwise that BNB is not going to all-time highs. BNB, I think, is just being meticulously crafted to like wait until everything else blasts. $1,000 easy target. Ooh, my guts. How you doing, Steve? I'm doing good, bro. Nobody talks about BNB. They sure don't. It was very, very sideways for a very long time, but we've often kind of praised BNB because BNB is kind of unique on the Bitcoin valuation chart. Now, I will say this actually looks like shit. It looks like dog shit. It looks like it wants to break down, but it is one of the only coins that I can really even name that has gained against Bitcoin over time. Hasn't hit a new high. I don't really think it ever will, but most altcoin charts, honestly, against Bitcoin look like this, like the opposite, like just down. This trended up for multiple years. This gained against Bitcoin for almost 2,000 days. Huge fire in Area 51 today. What's that? TRX, another sleeper. BNB and TRX are like my two sleeper centralized shitcoin calls. TRX, man, what a powerful chart. What a powerful freaking chart. Look at this. Look at this. Talking about stable coins, man. TRX. A lot of USDT volume goes through TRX. I use TRX almost every day for stable coins. Look at this shit, though. I wouldn't bet against TRX and I wouldn't bet against BNB. They're both centralized. They're both, they're not Bitcoin. They're not whatever. But like these charts, man, I wouldn't bet against them. Look at that. Wild. Bonkers. Let's go, Jesus Coin. Man, we haven't looked at Jesus Coin in a while. How is Jesus Coin? What the all year it has just stayed right here in dollar pair. Against Ethereum, okay, that's probably why we're looking at little poparoo there on Ethereum. Glad you're excited. Man. No real comment here for you. No real comment. I see you're getting excited because you got this nice little green candle. Let's hope it keeps going. Let's hope it keeps riding. The dollar pair is absolutely sideways. All year it has been right here. I've never really seen a chart like this. Interesting, though. It's interesting because this didn't go down or up, but the rest of the market moved up and down. And so that shows like relative something. It shows relative something. Goddamn Ethereum, you're about to blast, aren't you? What's up, Davey boy? Sanket Tat Care. What's up, bros? Litecoin. All right, guys, stop requesting coins. I'm not gonna keep looking at coins. I'm not gonna keep pulling them up. That's not what I want to do. $100. All right, yeah. April's low, May's high. We're seeing more and more of this. April's low held, May's high unbroken. There you go. 107. Barely even had the Bitcoin chart up. Mostly because it hasn't gone anywhere. Bitcoin back to yesterday's high. Shit, what did I do with my Bitcoin chart, though? That's annoying. I'll have to find it. Later. Just coiling up, waiting. What's up, all set? I'm feeling good. Feeling good. It's been a long stream. I'm kind of like losing energy here. Got a solid Ethereum long open like last night. Got some very, very, very solid Bitcoin longs going on. Trading on BYDFI, by the way, guys. No KYC. No restrictions. You can sign up, get some big deposit bonuses using my link. Bitcoin might be about to be getting spicy. But the bill passed. Did it pass? Did it pass or they like reconsider it? I don't even know. It passed. But the bill, it was not a bill that pumps our bags, unfortunately. It's just like a stable coin, isn't it? Clarity. It's like very very bureaucrat. We're making a bill that provides clarity, but with no but without clarifying how we're adding clarity. And maybe it doesn't. Maybe like I haven't read it. Maybe there's more to it. Go. Back to this little support. Yeah, corn. Retesting 120 as Ethereum pulls up on 3.3 thousand. Things have never been clear. I mean, that's technically true. Technically true. Voting to vote again. Is Bitcoin a good stock? You know, I think the CEO is good. I think they have a good business model. Here's what we're going to do, guys. Make sure you join the Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. Check out joincrowncrypto.com if you're looking to invest in yourself and really make the most out of this bull run. Sign up today. Check it out. Make sure you've hit the likes and subscribes. Join us again on Friday at the latest. Maybe we'll be live later today. We'll find out. We've been live a lot lately. I appreciate you all tuning in. I think we're going to wrap it here. If you missed the beginning of the stream, there's some good alpha there. Long story short, watch Ethereum. I think Ethereum is about to break out again. So much so that I have a leverage long open that I don't usually open. Keep your eyes peeled. We'll be live. Keep those notifications on. Join us again when we go live here soon. I love you guys.